Okay, so we're back. It's another video. It was the previous one was like 20 minutes, but okay, doesn't matter. My screen recording application doesn't support resuming. Unfortunately, it's a bit weird, but probably I'll change it for the next video. So that's what comes out from the erosion. I guess you can turn that off. So it's like it's a lot more interesting now. So it's like before and after, right? So you can actually run for, I don't know, if you want 100 frames, 200 frames overnight, see what happens. It kind of like creates nice shapes on the floor, and some weird ones as well. So now, ideally, we want to have this high res. So what I'm gonna do is now, originally, like I said, let's move this guy here. Obviously, that's gonna take more time. The grid spacing, we put it to 0.5. Okay, so it's gonna go all the way until the erode node, and it's probably just gonna have a lot more detail on where the noise is. Okay, so it's a lot nicer. These rough, nice edges, and then we just have to run the erode. But I'm gonna put that on manual because I already ran it, so I'm not gonna wait for it to cook. Instead, I'm gonna drop a file node here to read back what I already have. So let's just gonna put the file. Actually, I should save this file already. Where are we gonna put this? Oh, I didn't prepare it. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Well, let's do it right now. Where is my, okay. We are going to create these in right next to where it should. Okay, well, pretty much here. Sci-Fi chase. Well, I mean, couldn't work. I need to make it properly. So let's do it right. That's gonna be my location. Let's go file, new project, and then it goes there, and then the name under. What we're gonna say, Sci-Fi chase. We're gonna name it Sci-Fi chase tutorial. Accept, and then that should, yes. All right, we're good. So let's save our file. We're gonna name it, and it should go over here. I'm gonna add this guy here so I can just reach out a lot easier. So that's this one here. So then let's save our first file. 01 environment. Okay. So I'm going to load this file here, which is just coming from the other folder pretty much. Just it's coming from there pretty much. And let's name this terrain. Well, I shouldn't be just reading this actually. I apologize. I should put a file cache, because after we process that, we're supposed to bake this. So it goes down here, and then we call it environment terrain. And because I already wrote it, I'm not gonna cache it out, but that's the path. Oh, one thing I'd like to mention at this stage, so let's change it to save current frame as well, and then I'm just gonna load it. I'm not gonna write it because I already have a file. This is quite important. We kind of skipped that, I think. I do explain them in my previous tutorials, but please set this up. It's very, 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 very useful. Where is it? Where is my okay. In your Houdini 17.5 folder, you have Houdini environment. So in here, I strongly suggest creating your paths, okay? Such as stuff like this, like fast cache. So that's like my really fast hard drive that I use for quick caching. Then you can have like some other paths, just like it's here. Like if I want to make a quick, like this is where I usually keep my big caches, so I can copy this path and paste it here, and then call it maybe cache equals. So now I have these 2 custom paths, and if I save, close Houdini, open Houdini again, it's taking a while to open, it's strange. Reopen our scene that we just saved. Okay, so now if I put a file swap, and instead of going here and then find the disk and then go here and there, I can just say $cache, and it's gonna resolve into media tries called work backup caches. So then I can say out, okay, then $hip name, I suppose. No, because we want to keep the job, right? So that the job should return Sci-Fi chase tutorial. So but it does return, no, it's the we want the job, we don't want the job. Okay, caches, it returns the whole folder. We don't want that. We want just the name, heap name. They're all here. Variables, heap name, yeah. But then it won't load in the other files. Bummer. Because we want this. All right, well, it doesn't matter. We can just go, I guess, os. $os is obviously, you already know this. It's gonna load this guy, the name, and then we're gonna call it, we can do that here, right? So Sci-Fi chase, geo, whatever. So then I would say, I guess, geo, no, like whatever the name of the file is, I guess. In this case it will be environment, static .pgo, I see. So that will be the path. So it's like and then we know that we're always gonna have this guy, like all our caches is gonna be like very well structured. I have a little confession though, it's like it does get out of control, you gotta keep it steady. It does, like they shouldn't be here, but they are, but then it's a lot of stuff is really some uppercase, lowercase issues, but yeah, the scenes get so big it becomes very difficult to manage. So it's very important at the beginning to keep it very, very straightforward. All right, so this is my high-res model that I loaded from the other scene. I have like little water, it's high fields are amazing. Okay, so we have this guy here. Now we're gonna make another one that doesn't have these holes, right? So that's where we did this guy. So I'm just gonna copy all this section, right? This one, we need the same one like this. So I'm gonna put this on manual. I'm gonna get exact same notes here. And then plug this guy here, and this one is now called, I also had that one baked, so we don't have to wait. Obviously these files I will not pass. This you have to run to get to it, because they will take a lot of unnecessary space for you guys. So this one was environment terrain. This one is environment terrain empty. Oops. Okay, so let's go. Let's load this in. Okay, so one and the other one, which we have the colors. Weird. So what else do we need? We can, should we start building it? No, we're gonna clean this up and do some extra bits and pieces. So this is our static one. So we're going to create a height field. We're gonna convert this to polygon now, and that's mainly because we want to have a bit more option using other software, maybe export it to some other application. You don't have to, but I mean, I suggest it for storage, and it's you never know what, especially in a studio, you never know, like we can't load the height fields into Katana. It's just a practice, I guess. So we can, but for converting height fields, we need to use convert height field node. Okay, and we just want polygons out of this guy. This might take a little while. It's cooking. Okay, it didn't take that long. Bake point colors. Okay, I want to bake the point colors. Do I want to bake the point? Okay, well, it is slow. Oh, okay, there you go. Okay, so now we have nice, clean geometry. Then I'm going to do the exact same thing for my empty one, our empty environment, and I'm gonna store it as well as a geo, so because I don't want this to happen every time I want to export this out. So let's call these guys terrain empty geo, and then same, rename this guy geo. Okay, and then I'm gonna just load the original ones, already baked ones from my disk space. Let's load it in. This one is, which one is this one? Okay, and then here is the empty one as well. This is not, this is here, my bad. Okay, I call it no pikes. And then we load the one with the pikes in here. And now I'm gonna put a null here. We will come back here to for simulation purposes and for visibility purposes to create some SDF fields and whatsoever for our simulation needs. No, this is not the, this is the, yes, this is the one. So let's go, let's give it a black color environment. Okay. So the other thing I want to do is to create a preview version of this. So what we can do is from here, because of what we're going to render, so I'm going to put this on auto. Oh yes, so sorry, forgot that. When you do the convert height field, go bake point colors, so it can give you these colors. So just make sure that's on, pretty much. I don't think we did the extrusion on this. If you want to make it close, you can, but we don't need it. Okay, so last thing I said was to create a bit more optimized version, right? But this is not really heavy anyway. It's pretty good. So what we can do is that if you want something lower res, you can change the density. If I do a mouse over here, a ratio between output resolution and grid points in the source height field For example, a value of 0.5 will output half the resolution, 1 polygon for every voxel is sourced. So if you want to create a I don't know, a cheaper version of this, just go like, you know, smaller values. So it's gonna go less and less and less. All right, so this is our terrain, and this is our terrain that we will use for scattering. So let's give this a name as well. Scatter environment. Okay, like I said, we're gonna come back to. Oh, well, actually, before we do that, let's give our let's do our networking. Just maybe we can bring pretty much. This is the this here is separate than this guy here. So let's go here, and the rest goes up because they're shared. Let's put the name here. I'm a little OCD with these things, sorry about that. And these are the, let's say, terrain network. Here's a nifty trick that I didn't know it existed. One of my colleagues at work showed it to me. I was like, okay, that's nice. So you can drop in text here and give it a name, terrain network, and then we can right click here and then say set text size to, I don't know, medium or even large. Yeah, and then we can go, let's make this small. Okay, like this, I guess. And then we can right click on this, and it was the hide background. So we can change the color even. No, how was it? Okay, I'm not sure how to change the color. I think we need to set copy, draw background, and select it. Change the color. No, I think it just stays black. Oh, well, actually, I don't know. All right. Anyway, so you know that's a bit easier to follow. Or you can just, if the background doesn't bother you, that's what I do. It's fine like this. Okay, and then here is our output. Okay, I'm gonna finish this video now. So this concludes our part for creating our terrain. In the next video, we'll start building our buildings. Thank you for watching.